G'day everyone, welcome to Great White Gaming. My name is Alex and today we will be getting into my true element, which is the Pokemon TCGO, the Pokemon trading card game online. This is the game format that I've been playing for the longest period of time, and we have got a whole bunch of Rebel Clash cards to open. So we are going to get kicked off with the Evolution Pack. Um, just seems like a good way to break into it. Unfortunately, we don't get it to be as exciting of a uh, pickup, but you'll see that we got the promo Luxray in here. If you watched my other video, you'll see that the Luxray was not the promo that I pulled in this set. Whiscash got a Carkol, and got ourselves a Speed Energy, a couple of Dan. Nothing too exciting in that one now. So let us crack into some packs. So I'm really interested to see how these packs go compared to my physical packs. So we're starting off with a Holo Vikavolt, so that is definitely cool. I've certainly got quite a few packs to get through with this one. Well, alright, our first V, a full art double V. That's cool. If you've watched one of my videos, you'll see that double V was the first V that I pulled from my Elite Trainer box. So that is quite fitting. Got ourselves an Arcanine. So there's a couple of decks that I am really interested to see how these new cards are going to fit into. Alright, our first Cinderace V. That card looks cool. I have already run into that a couple of times on the ladder. There seems to be some people that are quite keen to check out Cinderace V and Cinderace V Max. And a Phalanx V. Again, spoiler for one of my other videos, but I did manage to get a Phalanx V, the full art version, which was pretty exciting. Alright, another Luxio, not Luxray even. I am interested to see whether the Luxray is going to be any good or not. As we get a Mr. Rhyme. It looks like it has potential, but I mean, even with all the other tricks, it is a stage 2, and you've got to be pretty lucky to get the evolution every turn to get that half decent single energy attack. Let's get ourselves a Seismitoad. So yeah, it may end up just being a flop. There's certainly other non-GXs that I'm more keen for. Garbodor is definitely something that I want to try out, especially if I manage to pull that Toxtricity V and V Max combination. Either the Toxtricity or the Dragapult are probably the two decks that I am the most keen to try out. So we'll see how our luck goes here. So we are sort of racing through these a bit. We got ourselves an Aegislash. So I think the first deck that I'm going to be updating is definitely my painted Chandelure deck, as we get our Inteleon V, another V that I did manage to pull in the Elite Trainer box. So I am keen to try that guy out. It's definitely easier to test cards out on PTCGO right now, just because social distancing is still a thing. We're pretty lucky in Australia. We've managed to keep the rates of everything down quite well. So we actually are getting a bit of a lift on some of the restrictions as of today. So I will be heading out and playing some basketball later today. Just playing half court and probably just shooting around to still keep the distance. So that will be one of the cards that I'm adding into my Chandelure deck, the new Lampent. So we get ourselves a Corsola and a little Greedy Boy. So it's always interesting when these new cards first come out, checking out what people put out, especially people trying to get the most out of their cards before the rotation hits in a couple of months. The rotation is definitely going to be rough, considering that there hasn't been any tournaments that have been able to be played right now. So for those that had invested in the previous sets and were looking forward to Worlds, that unfortunately won't be happening. Luckily for me, as a digital player, don't really need to worry so much about Worlds. Alright, Cinderace V Max. Super cool. So, for 2 energy, we've got counter. If it was damaged by an attack during your opponent's last turn, this attack does that much more damage. So you can heal it up. So I've seen some people say that this thing is going to be awesome. I've seen some people say that this thing is going to be trash. So, I mean, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. It certainly won some tournaments over in Japan. And I know that their format is a little bit different to ours. Another Mandibuzz, and a Barraskewda. So I will be interested to see how well it does, especially for the healing options that we have. Especially when one of our best healing options, Mallow and Lana, sort of requires it to be to go back onto the bench. But I guess if you keep a regular Cinderace V on the bench with that field runner ability, giving it free retreat as long as there's a stadium in play, and let's be honest, there's going to be a stadium in play, you know, we can sort of go around. Alright, Eldegoss V. So Eldegoss V is certainly one of the more sought after cards in the set. For those that don't know or haven't seen my other videos, hint hint, I did pull an Eldegoss V in physical cards as well. It has a Versus Seeker effect. So when you play it, you are able to take a supporter card from your discard pile and put it back into your hand. Its attack for 2 colorless energy also, it does 50 damage, but also shuffles it back into the deck. So it means that you can reuse the ability if you manage to draw it again. So that is a really nice effect. It's similar to Dedene's GX attack, but it means you don't have to waste your GX attack for the turn to be able to reuse the card, which is awesome. Alright, this Spiritomb. I don't know why this Spiritomb is a rare. I mean, the artwork's different and that's fine. Discard the top card of each player's card for a single energy is meh. Dripping Grudge. I mean, if you were if this was like a one-of tech in a deck that discards a hell of a lot of Pokemon, maybe. But I mean, I don't know. Any deck that discards a lot of Pokemon is also discarding a lot of other resources. As we get our Ice-Q V, so I now have the Holo Ice-Q and the Holo Ice-Q V. Another V Pokemon that I'm not sure how much play is going to see, but we will find out. Alright, and a Milotic V. So this is another one that I was definitely keen to check out. So for 1 water, 2 colorless, we have Aqua Impact, which does 10 base damage and 50 more damage for every colorless energy in your opponent's retreat cost, which is obviously boosted by some of the new stadiums that we have, as well as the Absol from Team Up. Alright, so unfortunately guys, I did have my computer corrupt some of the recording, so the middle part of the pack opening has actually been lost. But keep an eye out for part 2 where I cover off the rest of the packs that I did manage to recover, as well as a recap of all the awesome pulls that I managed to get today. Thank you for watching.